Hello and welcome to my video where I'm going to be showing you how to knit this scalloped edging. This pattern creates a kind of fanned out effect or a shell design, and it's going to involve a new technique where we'll be lifting stitches over a strand of yarn. This can get a little bit fiddly, but it's actually a quick pattern to follow. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is cast on a multiple of 8 stitches plus 1. I used the long tail cast on for this, but you can use any method. For every 8 stitches that you cast on, you'll be making 1 scallop. Here you can see I'm casting on 25 stitches, which will create 3 scallops. Please bear in mind that after completing this pattern, you'll only have 3 stitches per scallop plus 1 left on your needle. So in my case, I'll have 10 stitches in total. If you're wondering about what kind of yarn I'm using for this demo, it's DK or double knitting yarn. Right, so the first stitches are 2 knit stitches. You're then going to put your working yarn over the left hand needle tip and lift 6 stitches over the top of that strand. So bring the working yarn between the needles to the front and lay it over the tip of the left hand needle. Hold this in place and then use your right hand needle to lift up the next 6 stitches one at a time and take them over this strand of yarn, dropping them off the end of the needle. So pick up that next stitch, take it over the strand of yarn which you'll be holding in place and drop it off the needle. This can get a little bit awkward, but as you can see I use my thumbnail to just hold that strand of yarn onto the needle. And then you just do the same for the next 5 stitches. So lift up the next stitch, take it over the strand of yarn whilst you hold it in place, and drop it off the needle. Lift up the next stitch, take it over and off the needle. Pick up the next stitch, take it over the strand and off the needle. And you repeat the same for stitches 5 and 6. As you can see, you now have 6 stitches on that strand of yarn. You then need to knit 1 stitch. And you just keep repeating this pattern until you've only got 1 stitch left. So knit 2. Lay the working yarn over the left needle and lift 6 stitches over the top. So 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then knit 1 stitch. And repeat, so that's knit 2. Lay the working yarn over the left hand needle and lift over 6 stitches. And then you finish the row on 2 knit stitches. Here you can see the pattern written out. Once you've completed this pattern for 1 row, you've then made all of your scallops. So you can just carry on with whatever pattern you want to do, beginning with a wrong side row. I personally just did a few rows of stockinette stitch before binding off, and this was the result. As you can see, it creates a really nice effect, and it's probably my favourite scalloped edging. And so that you could see the size difference, I also did a sample in super bulky yarn. And that's it, that's how you make a scalloped edging. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and thank you very much for watching.